Good morning, good people. Motivation Monday. Damn, we already on on episode 5. So we're still here, we're still going. As we're going through, working on TNEC Studios in the back. So we're still gonna keep, we're gonna keep it extra real. Do it right here from my kitchen, again live here in Dallas, Texas. So today, what we're gonna talk about is the 15-round theory. So on my run post, when I posted to Facebook, Twitter, a couple other social media outlets, I always put 15 rounds. A lot of people ask me about it, and I explain it to them. So I wanted to give the explanation of the theory, why it means so much to me. And it's actually the title of the book that I'm working on. So the 15-round theory. If you're into combat sports, boxing, UFC, kickboxing, things like that. So you have your standard fights, and then you have your championship fights. And now in UFC, you have your main event fights. Long story short, your regular fights, UFC, 3 rounds, boxing, 9 to 10 rounds, sometimes a little bit less. Championship fights, UFC, 5 rounds, boxing, 12 rounds. Now, one of the changes in why I stick with 15 rounds, right around the time I was still a kid, they switched from 15 to 12. So when you see Muhammad Ali fights, they went to the 15th round. So I like that. Also, the Rocky movies, when he fought Ivan Drago, Rocky IV, a 15-round fight. So it's about, the theory is about fighting in the championship rounds. Everybody knows fighting, combat sports, all these different things are great metaphors for life. Because life at the end of the day is a fight. It's a fight, against yourself, against other people, against society, all these different things. So you want to constantly be in the championship rounds of your life. So that's why I'm always putting out there 15 rounds. That's the theory, because the work that you put in, it's like you're training for a fight. When you're in these, when you're in the early rounds, you're figuring things out. You're figuring out, okay, now I know how to, eat properly. Now I know how to work out properly. Now I need to start doing this work so I can see the results. And as you're doing the work and you're doing the results, you get to that point where now you're hitting the championship rounds. Now you're trying to hold on to your belt. You're trying to hold on to that title of, I'm in shape. I'm a vice president. I'm, the owner of my own business. Now I'm trying to grow it, get to the championship rounds, and everything that you do, that is the 15-round theory. And look, 15 rounds is tough. Because think about it, 15 3-minute rounds. Go run for that long if you've never done it before and see what it is. Go do 15 3-minute rounds of just shadow boxing. And you see how tough it is, even for people that are in extreme shape. Now you add that you got somebody else, there throwing punches at you, trying to knock you off of your game. It's the same thing. When you're in that championship round, the stakes get higher. Your belt is on the line, or you're trying to take the belt and put yourself, at that peak where you've been working so hard for, where all the early mornings, late nights, sacrifices, and now you're there and it's worth it. But you have to keep fighting. You have to keep pushing. You can't get there because that other person's hungry. Just watching the fight last night in the 12th round, looked like Wilder was losing the fight. Looked like he knocked Tyson Fury out. Fury got back up. That 12th round was the perfect microcosm for life. Your back's against the wall. You're losing. Give it all you got. He gave it all he got. Thought he put the guy down. Boom, Fury gets back up. Another metaphor for life, getting back up. So the 15-round theory, this is loose, and this is, again, the basis of, the book that I'm working on. But it's all about fighting into the championship rounds of your life, and whatever you do as a parent, work, fitness, 15 rounds. Get to the championship round of your life, and then keep fighting your ass off. Keep fighting. No Excuse Crew. Let's go.